Anyway, you can find that out for me, and whether it's just in, you know, at Angelica or where, what okay. All right, very good. Fernando Meirelles, how nice of you to come. You were just out of breath running from the airport to here, but anyway,
we're here.
Just relax now.
Okay.
And it's wonderful of you to come to Dallas and give us a chance to talk about The Constant Gardner. This is a very powerful film, and it works on so many different levels. I hardly know as an interviewer where to begin, but we can begin, I guess. It is based on John le Carré's novel.
Yeah, it's based on this novel.
Yes.
Same name.
When the novel came out, it was banned in Kenya, was it not?
Yes, because the way Kenya is pictured in the novel is, I mean, you only see corruption. It's a very, I mean, bad way of picturing the country, so it was banned. But this was during Moi's government, and this was the government that was pictured in the story. But now there's a new president, the country is changing, so probably the novel now will be approved, I think.
As a filmmaker going in there, did you make changes from the novel so that the government would be friendlier to you?
No, actually, we never had problems I mean, when we decided to shoot the film, there was a new government, and nobody never told us not to shoot the film in Kenya. They wanted us there because it's film industry. I mean, we were bringing jobs and giving some visibility to the country. But of course, I mean, this was not the best story for them to tell, because it's a story of some American, Canadian, and European companies using Kenyans to test a drug. And but anyway, I changed the script a bit. So in the first script when I read the script, Kenya was like in the book, a very corrupted place, and everybody was corrupted, and I changed that a bit. I mean, the bad guys in the film, I mean, it's the corporate world, not the Africans. They are the victims, not the bad guys.
So now you may have the pharmaceutical companies down on you and down on the film.
Yeah, the pharmaceutical won't be very happy with the film, I'm sure. But you know, all the stories that are told on the film are based on true stories. I mean, John le Carré, he wrote his plot, this plot about the pharmaceutical, using stories that he heard during his, I mean, his research. In the end of the book, in the end of the novel, there's a quote from him. He says that during his journey, I mean, that all that happens in the film, he invented. It's not true. But during his journey researching this issue, he found out that compared to reality, the plot from the film is just, it's like a holiday postcards, much lighter, because they really play heavy.
But the fact is that pharmaceutical companies did go in there. They used these drugs on AIDS victims for testing without the knowledge of or the permission of the people being tested.
Yes. The people, they allowed to be tested because they signed something saying that they allowed to be tested without knowing what is happening. And because they signed this thing, they have medical treatment for the whole family. That's how that's why they accept. The same thing that is shown in this film happened in Nigeria. And now there's a big pharmaceutical company being sued by American lawyers because they've done exactly the same.
You say, though, that there is some hope for the future. What is the hope?
You mean for Africa?
For them receiving medical treatment and receiving drugs. The generic drugs is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, well, generic drugs would help a lot. I mean, because a treatment for AIDS costs around $6 a month. And now the government has to pay like $230 a month for the same treatment because the companies, they make a lot of profits. So the generics would help a lot. But you know, after I spent a lot of time in Kenya and in Africa last year, it's very hard to have hopes for Africa, you know, being there. I mean, everywhere you look, there's so many problems. I mean, and I come from third world country, not third world country, from a developing country. I come from Brazil. And for me, it was very shocking to see the amount of problems and the difficulty to make that place, I mean, become a country and a democracy. It's really scary, you know. I'm usually very optimistic, but after this period in Kenya, it's hard to be optimistic, you know. Because everywhere you look, I mean, there's no way out. It's
the other aspect of this film is that it's a love story. And I have not read the novel. So do you develop the love story in a different way in your movie?
No, I think it's almost the same story that is told on the book. I love this love story as well because it's the story of this guy who falls in love for his wife after she dies. I mean, she dies, he starts to try to understand who killed her and what happened to her. And little by little he gets to know her after she dies, and then he really falls in love. I think it's a very beautiful, tragic but beautiful love story.
And you have a wonderful cast.
Wow,
Rafe.
amazing.
Yes.
Rafe and Rachel, I mean, it's a perfect couple.
Yes. What was it like? It had to be difficult. The conditions had to be so difficult for filmmakers, the crew, for you, the cast and all. Just give me maybe one example of the hardship in getting this film made.
You know what? It was a lot of work, of course, but everything went so smooth. I think we put together a crew that everybody was very motivated to tell this story. So we had no fights, no gossips, you know, things that usually happen in a set, or it was really smooth. I mean, of course we had problems, but just regular problems, nothing really, I mean, no accident, nothing was stolen, nothing was really easy going, the process, which is such a surprise because it's a big operation, but.
Did the local people welcome you, or did they feel like you were just intruding and causing more problems for them?
No, they were very glad that we were shooting in Kenya, because we had our main crew, people who were traveling around, but the biggest part of the crew were Kenyan. We hired people in Nairobi and then in North Kenya. So, I mean, we were bringing a lot of jobs, and people were, even people who used to work on film, in the film industry in Kenya, they were very happy to be able to work on a big production like this. And all the extras, I mean, every day when we were showing up to start our day to shoot, there was like 300 people wanting to be extras and collaborate and do whatever they could. It was really a great environment. I mean.
So you would do it over again?
Oh yes, for sure. It was an amazing experience shooting in Africa. And also working with this British crew, the main crew was all British. It was a very good experience too, very professional, and the only difficult thing for me was with language. I mean, I don't speak English very well, and this is hard. I mean, in the end of the day, you're very tired after trying to make yourself clear for 12, 14 hours. In the end of the day, you're exhausted, but that's something I have to deal with.
Well, I think your English is quite good.
Oh, it got better. This is, if the film is not better, at least my English got a bit better.
Very good. Well, again, thank you so much for coming, and I wish you great success with The Constant Gardner. It's it is a great love story, and it certainly is something that we have awareness of, but not like we see in the film. So it makes us aware. And I hope for them that there is a future for that country.
Well, would you say it's a thriller? It's a love story? How would you classify it? Because I don't know. Till now, I don't know. Where would you?
Thriller.
Or it's a political drama? What would you?
Yes, I would say more a love story and a political drama.
With touches of thriller.
Yes, well,
maybe
certainly, yes. Yeah. There certainly are some.
I'll try to find out how to explain the film, because I'm not very sure if it's a love story, if it's a.
Well, it has all these elements, and they're pretty
mixed.
much in equal proportions, I think. The political aspects, the pharmaceutical, the corporate wrongdoing, and the love story, I think it's pretty evenly balanced.
Yeah.
One kind of feeds off the other. But anyway, I wish you great success with it.
Thank you. Let's see what happens. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, now just stay. He's going.
Okay.
And I see you're sitting like you were. Yeah. Okay. All right. You ready?
I am rolling.
What is the significance of the title, The Constant Gardner?
It's because the main character is this quiet British guy, this gentleman whose life is very quiet, I think is the word. Very, one day is like the other day. I don't know, but this is the name of the novel. We should ask John le Carré.
Okay. When John le Carré's novel came out, it was banned in Kenya. What have you done to change the movie so that it is accepted now in Kenya?
Well, we to say more than this?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. Okay. Are conditions in Kenya different now than when the novel came out?
Yes, now there's a new government in Kenya. The last one was very corrupted, Moi's government.
That's good. Okay. What hope do you have for Africa and Kenya in particular?
It's hard to tell.
Okay. Let's see. How were the Kenyans taken advantage of with this pharmaceutical testing?
How the Kenyans were taking advantage?
Well, let me rephrase it then. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it this way.
I'm sorry.
When the pharmaceutical companies came in there to test their drugs, how did that work?
Well, what happened in Kenya, this is just a story, was invented, but the same thing happened in Nigeria, and I think I explained.
Yeah, okay, all right. Okay. This is a very unusual love story.
Yes, it is, because the guy falls in love for his wife after she dies.
Okay, all right. What kinds of hardships did you, as a filmmaker with your crew and your actors, endure shooting the film?
I'm sorry, hardship, I don't
Oh, okay. What was it like for you and the crew and the actors to
hardship.
film in Africa?
Oh. Actually, it was much easier than we expected, you know. At first, this I didn't tell you, but I didn't tell you. We were supposed to shoot in South Africa, but then we went to Kenya and we felt it was very safe and very easy, and that's why we changed.
Okay. So you did not have any problems with the local people?
No, they were very supportive and they were very enthusiastic to participate in the project, so it was a great experience.
You would do it again?
Yes, for sure. It's a great year.
Okay, that's fine. That'll do it.
Okay.
Very good.
Okay.